Imagine this. You're driving a 120-ton road train through the middle of nowhere, and the temperature outside is hot enough to fry an egg on the asphalt. The air shimmers, mirages dance in the distance, and the closest sign of civilization is hours away. This isn't a sci-fi movie, it's just another day in the life of an Australian trucker. But how do they survive? And what makes their truck so extraordinary? Buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the world of Outback trucking. And trust me, it's wilder than you think. Australia isn't just hot, it's brutal. Temperatures in the Outback frequently exceed 45 degrees Celsius, with some areas like Ceduna in South Australia hitting an unbearable 48.4 degrees Celsius. That's hotter than most ovens. These conditions aren't just uncomfortable, they're dangerous. Dr. Adam Morgan, a meteorologist, called recent heat waves in Australia extraordinary, with fire danger warnings issued across the country. Yet despite these warnings, Australian truckers continue to traverse some of the most remote and unforgiving terrains in the world. Why? Because the economy depends on them. But this is no ordinary job. These truckers often cover thousands of miles across vast, empty landscapes with no roadside help in sight. Breakdowns here aren't just inconvenient, they're life-threatening. Take the tragic case of Anthony John Bradanovich, a trucker who missed his turn and ended up stranded in 40 degrees Celsius heat. His truck became bogged down on an unsealed road, and in a desperate bid for survival, he tried to walk to safety. He collapsed 30 kilometers from his truck, succumbing to heat stroke. Stories like this underscore just how perilous this job can be. To endure such extreme conditions, Australian trucks are engineering marvels. These aren't your typical rigs. They're purpose-built for survival in the harshest environments. First, there's the cooling system. Internal combustion engines are notoriously inefficient, with only 40% of the energy converted into power. The rest? Heat. And when temperatures climb above 40 degrees Celsius, keeping the engine cool becomes a monumental challenge. Engineers equip these trucks with heavy-duty cooling systems, allowing them to function even in blistering heat. But it's not just the engine. Tires, too, face the wrath of the Outback sun. High temperatures cause tire pressure to skyrocket, increasing the risk of blowouts. That's why these trucks use special heat-resistant tires designed to withstand the intense Australian heat. Then there's the cargo. Refrigerated trailers, or reefers, struggle to keep goods at sub-zero temperatures when the ambient air is over 40 degrees Celsius. Bob Woodward, chief engineer of the Australian Trucking Association, explained that under these conditions, even the best reefers can't maintain a stable -18 degrees Celsius. To combat this, engineers have suggested wider trailers to allow for more insulation, but strict regulations on truck dimensions have made this a challenge. While the trucks are built to handle the heat, what about the drivers? Imagine sitting in a metal box under the blazing sun for hours on end. It's not just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. Truckers use a variety of methods to stay cool. Advanced air conditioning systems are a must, but they're not always enough. Many drivers install portable cooling units and use tinted windows to block out the sun's rays. Hydration is another critical factor. Dehydration can creep up on drivers, causing fatigue, dizziness, and even poor decision-making. That's why many truckers equip their cabs with hydration stations, complete with water coolers and electrolyte drinks. And let's not forget about timing. To avoid the worst of the heat, many drivers schedule their trips for early morning or late evening when temperatures are slightly more bearable. The heat doesn't just make driving uncomfortable, it actively sabotages the truck's performance. Engines are prone to overheating, making regular maintenance a necessity. Drivers often carry extra coolant, repair tools, and even spare parts to handle emergencies on the road. Tires, as mentioned earlier, are another weak point. In extreme heat, their lifespan shortens significantly, and blowouts become a real danger. Truckers must check their tire pressure regularly and adjust it based on the conditions. Then there's the cargo. Spoiled goods aren't just a financial loss, they can also be a safety hazard. Imagine driving a truck full of rotting seafood in 43 degrees Celsius heat. It's not a pleasant thought. Drivers often rush to deliver their refrigerated cargo before it spoils, adding another layer of stress to an already demanding job. Sometimes truckers have no choice but to step out into the inferno. Whether it's to fix a load restraint, check the tires, or handle a breakdown, being outside the cab is a whole new level of challenging. To protect themselves, drivers use UV-resistant clothing, wide-brimmed hats, and sunglasses. Sunscreen is a must, applied liberally to avoid burns. They also carry emergency water supplies, ensuring they stay hydrated even if stranded for hours. Truck stops and rest areas play a vital role here. Equipped with shaded areas, water stations, and even air-conditioned lounges, these stops are lifelines for truckers navigating the outback. Despite the challenges, the payoff for Australia's road train operators and trucking companies is substantial. Many experienced drivers earn between 100,000 Australian dollars and 180,000 Australian dollars annually, with some specialized hauls pushing salaries even higher. This high income reflects the extreme conditions and skills required for the job. Beyond wages, these truckers are the backbone of Australia's economy, ensuring remote mining sites, cattle stations, and isolated communities remain connected to the rest of the country. Road trains significantly reduce transportation costs by moving vast quantities of goods in fewer trips. For example, a single road train can haul up to 200 tons, replacing the need for multiple smaller trucks and cutting down on fuel and labor expenses. This efficiency is critical for industries like mining, which accounts for 10% of Australia's GDP and relies heavily on road trains to transport minerals such as iron ore, coal, and bauxite. Agriculture also benefits immensely, with cattle trains transporting up to 1,000 head of cattle in a single trip, saving both time and resources. In addition to economic benefits, the industry has spurred technological advancements. Modern road trains are equipped with state-of-the-art navigation systems, automated braking for safety, and even eco-friendly engines to reduce carbon emissions. Some companies have also introduced driver assist technologies and ergonomic cabin designs to improve comfort during those grueling 12 to 16-hour shifts. Life as an Australian trucker is far from easy. It's a constant battle against nature, machinery, and the limits of human endurance. Yet through innovation, resilience, and sheer determination, they've not only survived, they've thrived. These drivers are the unsung heroes of the outback, delivering goods, keeping the economy moving, and proving that even in the face of extreme adversity, the human spirit can persevere. So what do you think? Could you handle the searing heat of the Australian outback? Would you dare to take on the life of an outback trucker? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the toughest jobs on earth, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We've got plenty more incredible stories coming your way.